So recently there's been this Twitch thought roaming around the internet trying to avoid any backlash after starting drama with literally the biggest YouTuber because he called her a thought as a joke. And instead of just taking the joke as a joke, she decided to abuse the copyright system on YouTube and claimed she was gonna copy strike PewDiePie. Because the only logical conclusion to someone calling you a Twitch thought is to immediately try to ruin their entire channel. Seems like a perfectly logical conclusion to me, and while we're at it, why don't we just delete everyone's channel who has ever called anyone a thought? Starting with me. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Today I'm exposing the Queen Thought, Thotimus Prime, Thought OG. I can't think of any more names for thoughts. AKA Alinity. This girl has just been abusing the YouTube system and manipulating everyone in the process. And I haven't ever really done a video like this, but today we're going to be exposing Alinity for manipulating the YouTube system, her audience, and attempting to do everything but accept responsibility for her total thoughtness. Let's roll. I think people super underestimate the power of an apology. Like, unless you've been diddling kids or murdering people, a perfectly good apology is a fantastic way to get people off your back. Because, you know, when the entire internet is on your shit because you've gone after abusing the biggest YouTuber on the platform, a solid apology is generally a good idea. But instead, Alinity over here blamed everything on sexism, because somehow that's related to this, to her network being the only one who could have possibly done anything wrong. And anyways, she uploaded this video about the drama, and I was expecting a solid apology, but the first words out of her mouth were all about the network being the only people to blame.
Collab approached me. They said that there were a lot of videos that had my content on them.
I mean, shit, if you can't even get 30 seconds into your video without blaming someone else, you're probably doing something wrong. Alinity basically believes that the network did all the strikes, not with her permission, which might possibly be true. I don't know, I'm not her. However, if you're gonna blame someone else, it's kinda hard to believe when you were saying this the night before.
I'm gonna copy strike this guy, just for that word. I'm gonna copy strike him. Yo, can we copy strike PewDiePie's latest video, like right now?
And even then, you're the one who signed away your rights to this company in the first place and gave them the permission to act as you. I mean, shit, it doesn't look too good when you're the one screaming through your house all about how you want to copy strike PewDiePie. I mean, you literally sat there in front of your own live stream and claimed you wanted to abuse the system. We all know fair use is important. If you use someone else's content in a transformative way, then it's not open to copyright. And that's how it's always worked. Except the system is absolutely broken on YouTube. And the fact that Alinity even had the thoughtitude to openly admit she was going to abuse the system and abuse the copyright tool to take down someone for calling her a thought really shows she's a scumbag. Even if the network is responsible, you were totally willing to destroy a YouTube channel just because they called you a thought. And that's bullshit. But I mean, I'm sure she had a good explanation, right? Foreshadowing, she really didn't.
And I said, oh yeah, let's copyright strike this guy. Really, as a way of just being angry. And I had a lot of people making fun of me and saying, LOL, Twitch thought.
Oh yeah, totally. When I get mad, I say shit I don't mean to too. The only difference is when you got mad, you said in front of thousands of people watching you live that you wanted to negatively affect someone's entire career and abuse a system. And regardless of whether or not you were upset, that doesn't matter to me, because you just can't try to ruin someone's career because they made you a little mad when they called you a thought. Like, imagine this bullshit excuse in literally any other instance.
Why did you murder your husband, ma'am?
Oh, I was just mad, so I killed him to feel powerful.
It's bullshit. You can't just use the fact that you don't have the capacity to control your thought ass because you just want to do terrible things. At the end of the day, that's the thoughtest behavior you could ever do. Literally sitting here going, well, I was mad, so I'm allowed to do terrible things to people and abuse someone's career because they called me a thought? Now, beyond just playing the victim, Alinity also has an affliction for being a dumb thought. Along the way in all this drama, Alinity has been there to make sure that you cannot take her intelligence seriously in any way, shape, or form, and here's some of that.
Where I talk about collab and I say that I make money of those videos. I was lying. when I said that.
So she basically tries to convince everyone that she lied about copy striking PewDiePie, and she lied about the fact that she was claiming all these videos because, you know, I guess she doesn't recognize that people recorded her saying this shit.
I'm gonna copy strike this guy just for that word. I'm gonna copy strike him. Yo, can we copy strike PewDiePie's latest video like right now?
I mean, either way, she is a moron because you can't really claim you lied and expect people to believe you when there's recordings of you saying this shit like a day ago. And which one is it? You either lied because you were mad and you were mad because he called you a thought but you couldn't do anything, or you lied about the entire thing and you weren't even upset in the first place. She's so caught up in her own lies that they're starting to stack on top of each other and not make any sense. And beyond all that, after being recorded saying she was going to ruin someone's channel, she actually said this shit.
What I find very curious is after Philip DeFranco talked to me, he cleared my name. That was me lying. I'm just exhausted of assuming that I did this even though I didn't do it.
Alinity, you are the dumbest thought I have ever seen. Maybe people don't believe that you're telling the truth because at every possible turn, you've tried to lie and manipulate everyone around you. The entire drama situation, you've done nothing but either try to pawn the blame onto somebody else like your network, or make people feel bad for you. The reason none of your shitty attempts at manipulation are working is because it's hard to feel bad and sympathize with someone who has blatantly bragged about the fact their network is claiming people's videos and was screaming about how she wanted to take down PewDiePie.
I'm gonna copy strike this guy just for that word. I'm gonna copy strike him. Yo, can we copy strike PewDiePie's latest video like right now?
However, as I've looked more and more into the situation, she goes deeper, and this spreads into other aspects of her life. Like, I don't know, the fact she bragged about marrying someone only to gain Canadian citizenship on stream.
So I went to medical school in Colombia, and you don't want to be a doctor in Colombia. It sucks. Like, you don't make any money. You work a lot. So I was like, no, hell no. So I married a Canadian, and I came to Canada. And then I divorced them.
It might be interesting to know that Canada has a very strict rules on how you can gain citizenship and enter the country, and this thought has literally gotten the threat of deportation added to her because she doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut on stream. Imagine actually being such a moron that you brag about breaking the law in a country that you're currently able to be deported from. Alinity, you wild thought, no regard for the law. And I mean, shit, even if it is true, why would you say it on live stream? Imagine if I was a drug dealer and I made an entire video about my entire operation and where my address is and where I like to sell my drugs. No shit, I'm gonna get caught. Anyways, back to the apology video,
If I can even call it that.
Alinity proceeds to go on about how the internet has been a bunch of big meanies to her ever since this drama started, and how she is so tired of getting hate on the internet. Because apparently the internet has always been a nice and welcoming place before this.
I've had death threats. I have had threats to my family. I've had thousands of people telling me to kill myself.
Now don't get me wrong, I don't think anyone should be telling anyone to kill themselves or threatening people. It really is a horrible thing to do. I would not do anything but condemn people who go to threaten Alinity or in any way, shape, or form say anything to threaten her family. However, to think you're a unique case on the internet because people threaten you is idiotic. Here are just some of the comments I've gotten, and around 1,000 more either telling me to kill myself, giving me death threats, and anything along those lines. It's not right, but when you're a public figure on the internet, people are gonna do this shit. And as someone who has a decent amount of internet presence, I can honestly tell you that anyone who has fame on the internet deals with this shit. And to even insinuate that it's coming to you because of PewDiePie or because you're a woman is absolutely moronic. It's not right, but trolls on the internet are going to exist. People are gonna be assholes. Even if you really hate the fact people are threatening you, the exact opposite of the thing you want to do is tell people that it bothers you. The people that are willing to come to a random stranger and tell them to kill themselves are not the type of people that are gonna go, oh, it makes her upset, I really shouldn't do that. It's gonna do the exact opposite. And like I said, you're not special. People tell me to kill myself all the time. I wear it like a badge of honor. Now this could really play under any other section of this video, but Alinity has also said that she was so upset because clearly the only reason people call her a thought is because they just hate women.
And PewDiePie is obviously just an alt-right extremist trying to turn all of his fans into women haters.
This is so annoying. Stupid Twitch thoughts. I just feel like they win over me, okay? And they're not gonna win over me. Stupid Twitch thoughts.
Context matters. If PewDiePie was there like, I hate women, they're the worst, I hate women. Sure, maybe you could say that it was sexism is the reason you were getting called a thought, Alinity. But this is literally the clip.
This is so annoying. Stupid Twitch thoughts. I just feel like they win over me, okay? And they're not gonna win over me. Stupid Twitch thoughts.
If anyone is so stupid that they take this and decide to hate women, then I literally do not know what is wrong with them. I think it's important to remember that PewDiePie was joking, it was satire, and when you watch the entire video, it's completely obvious he doesn't hate women and it's a joke. When you mention sexism in the same video you're bringing up the drama in, you're tying the two together, and you're basically insinuating that PewDiePie is responsible for assholes on the internet being sexist, which is just not true.
I was just really angry. I was just mad. There's always gonna be a content creator that's going to call me a whore and a thought. Because I think that like Twitch and YouTube have some very strict policies against racism. It's quite frustrating to see that there can be so much sexism and it can be okay.
I don't believe in any way, shape, or form that sexism is okay. And if you think someone's lesser than you because of their gender, you're just a piece of shit. Please don't watch my videos. However, I don't think people who come and hate on you hate women. To assume that anyone who criticizes you hates women is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Maybe people are criticizing you because you're a dumb thought who assumes that everyone is a sexist, hating idiot who can't make right decisions. People aren't mad or hating on you because you're a woman. They're hating on you because you've bragged about abusing a system to take money from creators, you've avoided all responsibility for it, and you've tried to manipulate the internet into feeling bad for you. They're calling you a thought because you've shown it pisses you off, and the best way to drive home a point is to show you that they can impact you, which apparently the word thought does. Maybe if you had more than a collective 2 brain cells, you could see that.
Now, whenever this happens, whenever another content creator calls me these things, I get a rush of people coming into my stream and calling me those things. Yes, I was very angry.
And if it really was this disgusting display of sexism like you claim it was, then why are the other girls in this video not getting the hate? I mean, if you really get a wave of hate every time someone calls you a thought, why aren't they getting it? Maybe because it has nothing to do with their gender, it's just because you're a shitty person who deserves it.
Wow, that's not so bad. I can agree, but about the surface level of people seeing clips like that and thinking those things about me.
It should be so obvious that people aren't going after the women Pew called a thought, which Alinity really wants you to believe. They're going after Alinity because she's an entitled piece of shit. And at the end of the day, Alinity has tried to make the internet feel bad for her, manipulate sympathy, and it's bullshit. Alinity, you're a thought, not because you're a woman or a streamer, but because this behavior is exactly what I would expect from a hoe who is used to coasting and getting people to believe your shit. Well, no more, Alinity, no more. But on that note, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. I know this was a bit different. It's not funny. It was a pretty serious video, but I was just really frustrated with the situation and needed to get it off my chest. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate a like and comment down below letting me know what you think. If situations like this rise, is it okay if I make these videos? If you don't like them at all, I just need to know. And if you're new, subscribe. I upload stuff like this not very often, but I upload commentary stuff every day, and I'd love to have you be here for the journey. I'm aiming for 1 million subs this year. Here is your comment of the day, guys. You guys are incredible with the support recently, and I really appreciate it. If you want comment of the day, all you gotta do is comment down below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join the Discord. Those are all great ways to keep in touch with me. But on that note, guys, my name is Scrubby, and I'm gonna go play Fortnite now and not think about thoughts. Have an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow with another video. I'm out. Peace.